Yo, what is good, people? Ben from Lover of Tech, and of course, we are live. Welcome to your Monday Night Tech and Chill Show Unplugged. And of course, as you've seen by the title, it is a special edition live stream because, of course, we have got both the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro in-house and are pretty much ready to rock and roll when it comes to seeing how they've been performing, how they've been behaving over the last 2 weeks since having them. And yeah, it should be interesting. We've got them in the obsidian color, Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro. And if you've not been here and you've not experienced what a live hands-on review is all about, yeah, it is literally that. We're going to be reviewing it live. Yes, live in crispy 4K UHD, so you can see it for yourself. Any questions and answers that you have, alongside all the other individual videos that I've been doing in terms of testing, we're going to showcase it and really put it to the test right now and give you my experience review over the time that I've had it and pretty much let you know what's up and what's good. So it's going to be an interesting one. We're going to take it through my thoughts on the design and the build quality and the durability so far, the display experience, the performance of the Tensor G2, you know, things like the battery life and obviously the charging. And then most importantly, as you lot know, the home of the Ultimate Camera Comparison and Ultimate Camera Test Series, how my camera experience has been with the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro, and pretty much share my thoughts and all the wins and in-betweens of what I've experienced with the Pixel 7 Pro. So shout out to everyone that's here, man. We are, of course, gonna have some fun, as they say. So let's put this here and see what's up. Make sure you share this out. We've got 38 concurrent viewers that's in-house. We love to see it. We love to support. And it's really, really, really appreciated as per usual. And of course, without wasting any much time, the bro like technically T always without fail hitting us up with the direct donation and support to the channel with that $20 super chat. Bro, I know you are the one that really is a big advocate for these special live stream review sessions, and I appreciate all the support. Yes, it's been a 2 weeks mini hiatus since we did a live stream, but we are back. So really appreciate any of the direct donations and support and letting it sink in and marinate, my bro. As always, I appreciate you, man. You're one of my go-tos when it comes to this industry for keeping it 100 and keeping motivated on this long journey that is YouTube and content creation in general. So big shout out to everyone that's here, man. We should be having some fun tonight. 41 concurrent viewers. As per usual, as I always like to ask, share it out on social media, retweet, quote retweet, invite your friends and family that are into tech and are interested in the Pixel and Pixel 7 Pro and see what's up and what's been good. Let's jump into the comments, say hi quickly and not waste much time and dive in straight into the review experience. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, we have it here. Technical difficulties, not that much, but you know, just a bit of a delay. Hello. What's good, Malik, Austin? Thank you for joining. The man, the fire, the myth, Jimmy Fire Dragon in the house. Hey, what's good, people? And as please do let me know how the audio is like. Give me some feedback on that as well. Let me know what's good and what's happening. And I hope everyone is good. Asus, okay. Leaning forward for this video still. Yes, Jackplex, what's good? Dwayne 3007, what's good? Let's go. We are live. What's good, everybody? What's good, Pat's Tech? And we've got Junior saying, okay, what's good? Let's get it, Mr. Passive Aggressor. What's good, Wagwan? Let's do it. Plot twist. This is a diss video to Brandon. That guy can... Listen, we move on. Laugh out loud. Nice music. I'm glad you like the music. Yo, yo, yo. Sorry about taking so long. Now you're good. You're good. You're all right. Was trying to cast it to my TV and then my skybox, which showed HDMI logo one. No watermarks on the Pixel either. Makes them look way cleaner. Of course, yes, we like it. I want to buy one of these, of course. Hey T, what's good? Yes, sinking and marinating as per. George in the house. Always love catching you when you're live. Lots of love. Appreciate you, my bro. Thank you, thank you. Carl Matthews, love from Canada. Let's go. Yes, appreciate that, man. And Passive Aggressor, man, what's good? Yes, my bro. Loving it, loving it, loving it. The beer money, keep up the hustle, my bro. We gonna drink up. Yes, 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 yes. I love the game. I love the hustle, as they say, man. I appreciate the support. And times where I haven't streamed and you guys are giving me all these direct donations, which is not mandatory, but it's really, 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 really appreciated. It only motivates me to just keep making sure that we are putting this live stream up and going. So I appreciate the donation. And so, oh, I missed a week. Oh, what? T, you're raising me a double. You're raising me a double for last week when we missed one, yeah? Nah, bro, I appreciate that still. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for real. That means a lot, bro. For real, for real, for real. For real, for real. That's on the tally of a $40 super chat so far, my bro. Thank you, man. For real, for real. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. We're going to go in. We're going to go in. It's going to be a bit of a juicy one still. So as I always like to say, sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your drink, get your meal, because we are going in. Yes. Was that the Pixel Watch I saw? Yeah, people, that is the Pixel Watch. That is the Pixel Watch. That is the Pixel Watch right there. We got that as well. Not much of a watch person, but yeah, we'll give a bit of thoughts on that as well. Yes. Yes, hey, sounding awesome. Appreciate that, Richard. Wait, what happened with Brandon? Please, we're not going there. What's up, man? I really enjoyed the Pixel 7 Pro. Appreciate that. Ben, yo, what's good? My namesake. How are you finding the watch? The watch is okay. The battery life is a bit butt cheeks, but what can we do? You tweeted out, sir. Stay hydrated. As per, we got the drink right there. Trying to find a second screen protector for the Pixel 7 Pro. Hard though, and that's the problem with a curved display. And all I can say is it's probably going to have to be a Whitestone Dome kind of move. Yes. Watching during work. Thank God I was getting bored earlier. All right, cool, cool. We're going to bring a bit of entertainment to work, get the popcorn ready, and let's go. Let's get it in. Let's get it on from the Celebrity Deathmatch generation. If you know what that is, then you know where I'm going with that. Boom! Portland, Jamaica in the building. You know what, yeah? Bailey, we all thought, yeah, you'd either been kidnapped or gone on holiday, but Portland, Jamaica is in the building. Yes, come on, my guy. Hello, I love your channel. Appreciate that, CyberX. Thank you very much. Yes, you gotta love Portland, Jamaica in the building, man. Protect Bailey at all costs. You know it, you know it, you know it, you know it. All right, man. Chat's been engaged with, introduced with, talked with, you know, massage with, call it whatever. We're in now. We're in. We're putting things aside. We're making sure that we're ready to really talk about what's really good, what's popping, what's really, really good. And yeah, we've got it right here. So let's give that clear image zoom. Skadoosh. A bit of Kung Fu Panda reactions right there. And there we have it. We've got that, the Pixel 7 Pro. Now, I've been mainly pushing the Pixel 7 Pro, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I've kind of just been, you know, getting down with it and whatnot. So, yeah, this is the Pixel 7 as well. And then we've got the Pixel 7 Pro. So we're going to kick this right off, man. We're going to look at the design and really talk about both and put them together. And we talk about the stuff that we've got right here. So I've got the Pixel 6 Pro right here for context. And then give me a minute. Let me get the Pixel 6 for context as well, which should really help give a bit more context when it comes to what my thoughts and my opinions are when we're going back and we're taking it to the latest, right? So we've got the previous. We've got the previous in the house. And then we've got the new generation in-house as well. So, showtime. Design and build quality. Now, I've mainly been using the Pixel 7 Pro, right? And I will say this. I ain't going to lie to you. Let me just park these out on the side for a little bit here. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm low-key. I still low-key probably prefer the Pixel 6 Pro design. Shout out to Matthew on camera number 3. So you'll be seeing him from time to time locking the camera off and just coming a bit closer and doing a bit of handheld as well. So shout out to Matthew in studio as well. He's on a camera 3 and he's making it happen right here as well. So appreciate his help being in house as well. I'll be dead serious, right? This design hasn't grown on me. I don't know whether it's because I somehow have this feeling where I feel like they should have joined the whole triple camera together, right? I don't know whether I like this gap. I mean, these are just minute things, right? I don't know whether I like the gap. I don't know whether it would have been better to actually just make it a single triple camera peel. The reason why I say this is that, fine, I get it. They did that to obviously make it distinctive that, yeah, you have the Pro. And I see where they're coming from, because if you look at this, right, previously it's very hard to distinguish that one is a dual camera, one is a triple camera. So it makes sense to me why they did it the way they did, not just for the fact that they've actually gone with a single metal piece, but they've gone with a divided kind of dual peel to a single circular hole for the periscope zoom away from the standard and also the ultra wide lens. I get it, it's more distinctive, but this just doesn't look that clean to me for the Pixel 7 Pro, in my personal opinion. Again, this is me giving my take on what I think and what I feel of the design, the build quality, and the durability. It feels a lot more premium though when you're holding it. It feels a lot more premium, but in terms of the visual look, I do honestly prefer the visual look of the Pixel 6 series. That's just my personal opinion. And it's an opinion, not a fact, and take it for that, yeah, please. Next thing is choice of materials being used, right? When it comes to the fit and finish, in my personal opinion, Google. You were ahead of everyone when it came to the matte finish, right? You were ahead of everyone, so you can see what I'm saying. You were ahead of everyone when it came to the matte finish, right? From the Pixel 2 to the Pixel 3, and especially the Pixel 4, right? You were ahead of everyone when it came to the matte finish. You've moved away from it. Rather than refining and perfecting it, you've moved away from it. Look, 90% of people are going to use cases, so this is almost irrelevant, right? But if we're going to judge the build quality and fit and finish, please, these glossy finishes are just not the one. And on top of these glossy finishes, if there's no one that would put his heart and soul on the line, consistently creating content, putting his head down, not complaining and getting it done, I would like to think I'm that type of person. But then at the same time, for someone that prides himself in making sure that I'm showcasing these products in their best light, these obsidian or black colors are even worse than this grayish color from before on the Pixel 6. This is so reflective. Dust, it shows so much easier. It's literally just like a walking mirror. It catches everything, and it's like, it's such a pain to showcase the actual silhouette and the design of this device. And to me personally, unless it really doesn't bother you, if you want the Pixel 7 Pro, get the snow white color, right? Snow white. Get the snow color. Hazel, I'm not too sure. I'm a bit suspect about hazel when it comes to the color of that. And when it comes to the Pixel 7, lemongrass all day. That lemongrass color is buff. Oh, it's hella nice. That's the one that you really should be going for, right? And away from just having a matte finish on the polish of the actual metal at the back, really and truly, the metal rail on the Pixel 7 is so much more durable. Way more durable. The polish, this polish finish, yeah, from day one I had it, yeah, so many micro scratches on there. And again, this is again nitpicky stuff, but the aluminium on it is very soft and it's polished. It's just micro abrasions and scratches for days. And it kind of takes away from the feel of it being a new phone just after having it for 2 weeks, in my personal opinion. So in terms of visual design, I get it. I get the separation. I personally like the Pixel 6 design personally, right? Even though in hand, these do feel more comfortable. They do feel more durable. They do feel more put well together. And of course, I like the fact that the Pixel 7 has now got a much more compact footprint compared to the Pixel 6, making it even more of a joy to use. But as much as I am against the curved display nature and large screen nature of this curvature, but in hand is so much more well put together than what we had on the Pixel 6 Pro. And don't get me wrong, the Pixel 6 Pro was still great, and as you can see it right there, it really shows. But this is slightly, shorter, a bit more wider, but actually still curved and more comfortable, which is what we love to see. Again, we'll all come into the chat, but we're gonna go through the motion of everything that's there. So we've got, of course, the full IP68 water and dust resistance on both, right? Which is great to see. But here's the problem I have. The durability of the front display on both, have been very suspect. Here's why. Already, and I really, it might be hard for you to see, but there's already a hairline crack right there. Right there. And there's another hairline crack right there. You can probably see that right there, right? My advice to you people, get a screen protector. Here is probably going to have to be Whitestone Dome just because of the fact that it's got the curved glass, right? And yeah, just get a good quality, glass screen protector, which is going to be a lot easier to find on the Pixel 6. So display durability, in my opinion, hasn't been that great because of scratches and the hairline groove that's been, carved in there. Not sure how that happened, but unfortunately, it's just been the case when it comes to the experience with the display for both devices. Now, display-wise, it's been a great experience. And in some ways, I'm going to actually put a hot take out there that display-wise, there's parts of this display that is class leading, and I'm going to break it down as we go. If we start with the Pixel 7 Pro, one thing I'm very happy to see is that, yes, Google gave us the option of finally changing the display resolution between 1440p and also, right, 1080p. As you can see with the Pixel 6 Pro, we didn't have that option. We had the option to disable the high refresh rate, but we didn't have the option to go down to 1080p from 1440p. It's great to see that it comes out of default. And then obviously, I've been going back and forth in between what we've been seeing with the high resolution 1440p. Now, this is still an LTPO generation 1 display from what I know, i.e. because it scales between 10 hertz to 120 hertz, unlike the generation 2 panels that we've got from Apple and Samsung that can go all the way down to 1 hertz up to 120 hertz, just like what you find on their Pro model and Ultra model devices. So take that for what we can. But what we'll probably do is an on-screen live display measurement test. So give me one moment while I ask one of the guys to actually get that for me. So we've got our display measurement tool when it comes to brightness right here. So we're going to test that in a moment and see live what the maximum brightness is when it comes to sustained, as well as when we're watching HDR content. Because yes, the display is brighter. This display has been really, really class leading, and it's been class leading for one reason. The haptics for the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro out of the box when it comes to the vibration motor, so much better tuned than the Pixel 6 Pro out of the box. I remember with the Pixel 6 Pro, I had to, how can I put it? I had to make sure that I tuned it down a little bit. The Pixel 6 out of the box was a lot nicer. Both some of the best haptics. The typing experience is not just brilliant, not just based on the fact that the haptics, the keys, and the feel of the glass. The Pixel 7 Pro has the best, okay, let me switch it so you lot can see what I'm saying. The Pixel 7 Pro has the best keyboard I've ever used on a smartphone, period. And I don't take that back in any way, shape, or form. The Pixel 7 Pro's keyboard is so good in terms of accuracy that when you make a mistake, you know it's you, it's not the keyboard, right? The auto correction and the grammar correction suggestion, it's so on point. It makes you type better English. And furthermore, and this is how I know the Tensor G2 is working, because the fact that I noticed it subconsciously out of every single phone that I've used, and I've got access to phones as a lucky person as I am, I've got access to phones. The keyboard is so good that it predicts what I want to type next. And it's consistently got it so right in terms of what I want to type next that I've had to stop typing sometimes because I'm actually so scared that the keyboard is actually in my head. And I know how that sounds. I know that sounds like I'm blowing hot water and maybe I'm just trying to cap and make Google seem like they're... This keyboard is hella smart. This is unlike any other Gboard keyboard I've used, not even on the Pixel 6a, Pixel 6, and Pixel 6 Pro. And each experience of their own. But I'm someone that types a lot of YouTube comments, a lot of Twitter, a lot of emails, a lot of instant message app to communicate. A great and a very good typing experience is an intangible experience and feature to me that I take very dearly. And I kid you not, that is enough to probably get me to stick to this Pixel 7 Pro. That embedded into the display experience is seriously is top level stuff. Top level stuff. Top level stuff. Display. I know the one you guys are really gonna be talking about is gonna be the in-display fingerprint sensor. So yeah, let's do a live demonstration. Bang, right there. Right? Now, in my personal opinion, the in-display fingerprint sensor isn't ultrasonic level fast and consistent. The ultrasonic doesn't need light. Optical needs light. The ultrasonic generation 2, just like the generation 1, never needed light, but the generation 1 was inconsistent. Now, the generation 2 was not just faster, but it had a larger surface area. And that one, you don't need to even press it in. All you need to do is just touch it. On the generation 2 ultrasonic, when you touch it like this, it unlocks. This still needs to press, but that's just the nature of opticals. And finally, I feel Google have brought the optical fingerprint sensor up to the level that we have been used to from when we first saw it with phones like the OnePlus 7 Pro way back in 2019, the OnePlus 7T Pro way back late in 2019, and the other OnePlus phones like the 8, the 9, and the 10 that were really pushing the optical fingerprint sensor from before. So I'm really happy to report the in-display fingerprint sensor, in my personal opinion, has actually been really great. Now, the face unlock, in my personal opinion, I'm glad it's there. It works good. But unlike other unsecure face unlocks, like what you have with Samsung and stuff, it's a bit finicky when it comes to lighting situations, which makes sense. There's no infrared sensors in there like what you have with Apple's Face ID, where it can basically see you in the dark, right? It doesn't have that benefit. It doesn't have a dot matrix projector. It doesn't have an IR blaster. It doesn't have those extra things. It's literally through the front-facing camera. Cool. I'm glad it's there. I still prefer the fingerprint unlock. The face unlock is there as a convenience. If you're in a very well-lit situation, it's going to work better. But as soon as the light is a little bit dim, I've just found it a little bit tricky to use, in my personal opinion. Don't know if anyone else has had that experience, but that's just been me when using the in-display fingerprint, no, the front-facing camera for face unlock. Overall, when it comes to the display experience, it's been good. It's been good. But let's fire it up, the baby. Let's fire up the baby and see what's up. Just come off the Wi-Fi. And oh, I need a white backdrop. Hold on. Let's go white white background, plain wallpaper, high resolution. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Download image. Let's open it. This is going to be a sustained brightness measurement, so just bear with. Let me just go to display. Hopefully you lot can see it. So for the max, I'm going to turn off adaptive. We're going to go here. We're going to come and Oh, no, hold on. Mind you, we are doing this live. We're going to go here. Let's go to library. Let's go to download. Let's click here. All right. So plain wall, maximum brightness. We're going to measure this right here. Bang. So we've got 724 nits at sustained brightness for the Pixel 7 Pro. We'll measure the Pixel 7 in a moment. I'm going to switch to camera 3. And you can see right there for camera 3. So you can see it nice and clearly. 724 nits sustained. Yep. Switch back to camera 2. We're going to come here. And what we're going to do, we're going to find HDR content. And what we have here is white background HDR video. Let's see, it's one of them, it's one of them. It's right here. Okay, HDR video test, HDR brightness test. Hold on, let's see. There we go, that's the one. That's the video that I tend to use for HDR. So I'm gonna pump this up. I'm gonna go to 4K. We're gonna zoom this out. We're gonna unhold it. And we're gonna test maximum brightness for HDR. Again, I will be in the comments soon. We're gonna wait for this to be a bit bigger. All right. This is gonna switch up. This is HDR measurement. $575, 800 and okay, just under 1,000 nits. All right, for HDR, this is what we've got. 1,190 nits, which again, this is right on par with what Google claims of 1,200 nits when it comes to HDR. Switching to camera 3, you can see right there, 1,190 when it comes to the nittage for maximum brightness for HDR content, which is for the Pixel 7 Pro. All right. Back to camera 2. So brightness, yes, has indeed gotten a lot better when it comes to it. Let's switch over to the Pixel where are we? Let's download it. White background plain. Again, we are doing this live, so bear with me. High resolution. No, I'm gonna go here. Download image. Photos. There we go. Sharing. Download. All right. Let's see this. We're going to go into display settings. Display adaptive brightness off. All right, Pixel 7's turn. We're going to unhold. All right. So brightness from what we're getting here is about 591 nits. We're going to switch to camera 3. And as we can see right here, people, shout out to Matty on the cameraman. Come on. Loving it, loving it, loving it. So 591 nits sustained is what we're getting on the Pixel 7, which I believe is up from the 500 that we had on the Pixel 6. So love to see it. Camera 2, there we go. So let's go and find HDR content. And this one is labeled real 4K HDR pattern. All right, let's go. YouTube. This is it, man. You never experienced these live ones, live testing. This is it. This is it. Oh, I'm put do not disturb on. Real 4K HDR test pattern. Yeah, sorry. All right, here we are. So we've got the real HDR test pattern loaded. Let's go to 4K. As you can see, maximum brightness. We've turned off adaptive. All right, let's unhold. All right. Okay, what's even crazy is from what we're seeing on the Pixel 7, right? I think this is in the margin of error, but this does peak past the 1,200 nits. 1,211 nits for HDR content. Switching to camera 3. You can see that right there. 1,211 for the maximum nittage when it comes to the brightness, people. When it comes to the brightness. Yeah, love to see it. We love to see it. We love to see it. So in terms of the display, listen, I know people, I know. Your Samsungs are pulling out 1,700 nits. Apple have an outdoor mode that is 2,000 nits. Their HDR is 1,600 nits. Samsung is up there. Like, we get it. They pull out the best displays as per. But honestly, in terms of the display usability experience, you're not going to go wrong with these Pixel devices, in my personal opinion. They've held it down. They've been great. I've not really had any personal complaints on it. Do I wish it was brighter? You can always wish these displays were brighter, but we're always going to take things that are going to be better. But relative to the price that they're coming in, and even without considering the price, right? This is something that has been working well. Here's my unpopular opinion that people are not gonna like. I think Google's display strategy across the board, from Pro, standard number to A series, there's a bit of a blip. Here's why. Whatever approach that they've got with the Pro makes sense. QHD, 120 Hertz, fine. Only thing I don't like is a curved display. I hope we move away from it and stick to what Apple does, where we have a flat display across the board for all devices too. But this numbered version, just like the Pixel 6, I know 90 Hertz is enough, but seriously, Google, you need to put 120 Hertz on the normal numbered version. I know 90 Hertz is enough. The reason why this needs to be 120 Hertz is we just need the Pixel 7 A series or the Pixel A series to at least have 90 Hertz. I guarantee you, next year, the Pixel 7a is going to have a 60 Hertz display. And it's just going to be this whole thing again where it's the choppier 60 Hertz display that I've, like, Google, do what other manufacturers do. QHD, 120 Hertz for your top model. The one that follows after, Full HD, 1080p, 120 Hertz. The one below, change the camera, save on whatever else you need to do. At least give it a 90 Hertz display for the A series. And that's my only gripe. Apart from that, the display experience has been, it's been really good. It's been really good. Let's take a small little interlude, jump into the comments, acknowledge people, because I'm seeing we're popping. We are at 109 concurrent viewers right now. Yo, you lot are the GOAT. You lot are the GOAT. You lot are the GOAT. Let me mute it for a minute. So wow, let's glimpse over the comment section quickly and let's see. Right, so who do we have here? We do have Mr. Jimmy Fire Dragon, my guy. Says stay safe, stay hydrated, have a great week. Jimmy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your help. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are one of the most consistent people in the Tech and Chill Show Unplugged, and I really appreciate it. And it does really motivate me to make sure that I'm always putting out there as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I'm going to skim through the chat. I'm not going to acknowledge everything. If you do super chat or you at me, it's going to be giving me a much easier chance to actually see it. But I really want to get through this live review for you so we can have a proper Q&A at the end. Go through the recap of what's been happening on the channel because boy, oh boy, oh boy. If I say we've been cooking, we've been going daily on content. Especially for the fact that I got seriously sick on the 3rd of October at the beginning of the Monday of the month. And then come the Sunday, I was just popping pills high. Made sure that come Sunday, we were just cooking content from then. So it's been non-stop. It's been non-stop. Boom. Just want to give you your flowers. Love your excellent content. David Rice, my guy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, man. Live. Hit the like button. The white Pixel, though, yes. I'm tempted to get the Pixel 7. However, Google and Pixel 6 Pro have the buggiest phone ever. Look, they fixed the bugs. We're going to talk about the software experience very soon. I do prefer the design of the 6 series better. I feel that the aluminium versus the glass took the better way, in my opinion. I do prefer the Pixel 6 design. Fingerprint magnets. Yep, please avoid it. What up, daddy? Rah. Okay, that's a bit much. Damn, YouTube didn't even notify me. Yeah, we're a bit late. Sorry about that, Trent. Hello, man. Please try and compare the Pixel 6 and Pixel 7. Action pan, long exposure, camera mode and stuff. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll trade you for the snow and the obsidian. Yeah, bro, I'll take snow. This obsidian, nah. Haze was fire AF. Yeah, I'm sure it probably is. Can you tell the truth about heating issues since the Pixel? We're gonna get there about the performance in a moment. Loving my Pixel 7 Pro so far. Minor complaints, but nothing big. Of course, that's great. They've knocked it out of the park from the jump. Gloss has got to go. Yes, we want a matte finish. What we got? I feel like D-brand ad is coming up. Nah. That's T's side of things. Still, battery life is A1. We're gonna talk about battery life as well. People thought I was crazy when I said give microabrasion. Bro, those microabrasions were from day one. And the hairline scratches on the display, especially for my Pixel 7 Pro, that was from day one. I see it. You got to polish it, T. Nice. Boom. Yes, people. Hello, just came and arrived. Can someone tell me the causes of the scratch? It's just, yeah. It just scratches easy. We're going to go through Gboard experience. Your reviews are amazing. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, coming out 40%, took it off charge. Yeah. We've had a good one today. I'm on 32%. Yeah, battery life is, we'll talk about that. Battery life is beating the Pixel 7 Pro, beating the S22 Ultra. Yep, definitely. Gboard experience, heard not good on the iPhone. No. Gboard on even Pixel 6 versus Pixel 7 is a whole different ball game. Take it from me. It's the smartest phone. Yeah. I feel like the phone is in my head, man. It's kind of scary. Some Skynet stuff right there. All right, cool. Ben got all the detective tools, man. Yeah, bro. You know how we do. When it comes to these live reviews, man, I try and set them apart. And we are doing them properly so you can really see it. That we ain't fluffing things. We ain't faking nothing. We ain't trying to help no phone, help no brand. We're trying to put stuff out there to put them on if they're doing well. They're in between what they need to improve. And also just for you as my audience, Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, to make sure that you are getting the best informative experience. So you know that if you want to cop it, man, go for it and enjoy the phones. You see me? Come on now. Brightness there, heat management. Of course, we're going to talk about that. The Pixel 7 Pro is fire. Pixel portraits are dirty, man. What's your opinion? We're going to talk about the camera as well. Definitely. Boom. All right. Don't be a little B Monday. Shout out to C Tech Care in the house. The homie. What's good, bro? What's good? How's the quality when recording video in the Pixel 7 Pro Full HD 1080p rear camera? I've done all the camera comparisons. We're going to talk about that as well. And in terms of viewership, we are still over 100 concurrent viewers. I really appreciate that. Boom. Yes. We're going to clear this up and we're going to get to the performance and hear this very well. Pixel is using what we know as the Tensor G2. Let me put my pedal right here. So Tensor G2. Let's see if we actually put did we put Geekbench on here? I don't know.
Go to history.
Yeah, we've got Geekbench right here. All right. Boom. Compute. History. All right, we've got history right here. That shows you, this is the Geekbench store. I don't know if I've got the Pixel 6 Pro Geekbench right here. Let me pass it to one of the crew dems to bust me on the flipping Geekbench 5. If you can run a benchmark for me, please, and see what's the Pixel 6 Pro saying. But here is what we have with the Tensor G2, right? If we go to CPU-Z, which I believe I do got CPU-Z right here, this is what we're seeing when it comes to the Tensor G2, right? Yes, they are still using the Cortex X1 chip or core, right? They didn't go with the X2 this time. They went with the X1 still, right? And obviously the 4 cores in the middle, the 2 cores in the middle are 2.3 gigahertz.
That's single core for 6 Pro.
Okay, cool. And all right, I see it. So it's slightly less. It's slightly less. Okay, it's slightly over 1,000 and then just under 1,000. So I initially thought that this was on a 5 nanometer fabrication process, a 4 nanometer fabrication process from Samsung, but this is a 5 nanometer process again. Does it really bother me as much? Maybe to an extent where if I know because of this joint partnership with Samsung co-engineering it with them, that they wouldn't have gone to TSMC. And I don't think they would have got the deal that they got in terms of the scale of the fabrication process and the production of the Tensor G2 chip if they'd gone with TSMC. Bro, TSMC are expensive now. Whether you lot like it or not, yeah, TSMC are carrying the fabrication process of the industry on their back. Nvidia, AMD, like name it. TSMC are carrying weight right now, and they are the most expensive chip makers out there. But I do wish it was on a 4 nanometer process, just for the fact that I think we would have got even more efficiency out of it. Performance-wise, this is where Tensor's doing things way different, people. It ain't about the raw numbers, but it's about those tensor processing units, those TPUs, and ML workloads and calculations, which are machine learning. It's all about the actual real world usability of things that you can use, right? Let's talk about this. Gboard. I promise you, how Gboard is behaving is a Tensor G2 benefit. It won't behaving as good as it was on a Pixel 6, Pixel 6a, and Pixel 6 Pro. Guarantee you, right? When we talk about photos and features on Blur, honestly, I'm going to demonstrate on Blur to you. It is nuts. It is nuts. It is nuts. Like the level of how when you understand when and where you can use on Blur, right? It is flipping on point. It is flipping on point. Another G2. When it comes to speech to text, we know it. It's another level of good, right? It's another level of good to the point where it's even scary how good it is when it comes to live captioning, speech to text recognition, and how it pretty much goes about it does the stuff, right? And what it's meant to be bringing, and I think this is going to be later on because they didn't communicate this well. As someone, let me put this up. As someone that sends a lot of voice notes, right? There comes certain situation where voice notes are sent and I'm not in a position to play them out loud or use my headphones. And one of the features that they demonstrated in Google Messages is the fact that the Tensor G2 is meant to be so good that it can actually play your voice notes and auto transcribe them for you without you having to press the play button. Bro, I need that feature ASAP, Google. Please let that come ASAP. When I saw that happening at the keynote, yeah, I've asked about it. I think it's going to come in a feature drop later on, but that feature needs to move from not just Google Messages, but that needs to go to WhatsApp especially. It needs to go to every app that allows me to send voice notes because boy, oh boy, from when voice notes can be auto transcribed without me playing it, fam, yo, I'm telling you, yeah, when they say this phone is smart, it is smart. And call screening. Shout out to Tender, man. You know how they say call screening is useful? So listen, call screening is the best feature to just annoy your friends. Forget using it for the automated, like call screen your friends. You know that automated text reply here that says, "Oh, I'm gonna text you back when in a minute. I'll text you back soon." Nah, call screen them. Let that Google Assistant speak to them, and then just troll them by pressing, I don't understand. I don't understand. Listen, call screening is great for trolling your friends. That's all I'm saying. It's useful, but it's even more fun to use it to troll your friends. The Tensor G2 is all about you introducing real world stuff that's going to be a lot more usable, right? It's going to be a lot more usable, and it's going to be a lot more beneficial and much more tactile and realistic to experience. And again, it comes under the things like the under the hood improvements. We're going to talk about the camera next, right? We're talking about the improvements to real tone. Real tone seems to be much more consistent and slightly better refined as well. It comes down to things like, what can I say? Speech enhancer. So if you didn't know, speech enhancer only worked on a selfie camera when you're recording video in selfie on the previous models, but now it works on a rear camera when you're also shooting in 4K 40 frames a second and 4K 30 frames a second. It shoots it in more mode. And I think you guys have noticed, if you watch my camera comparison, the audio voice pickup when it comes to what do you call it? When it comes to voice over video, when using a microphone pickup, is exceptional and probably top tier on the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro. Performance-wise, I'm happy with the different direction that Google are going with. And it's not the fact that I'm against the not massive raw performance increase that we're getting, or we didn't get with the Tensor G2. I just wish it was on a much more efficient fabrication process, so we could have gotten even better battery life than what we've actually had already in terms of the improvements, especially when you consider the Pixel 7 does have a slightly smaller battery capacity compared to the Pixel 6. But really, it does pull ahead when it comes to battery life, which is great to see. We're going to jump into the comment section very quickly and see what's up. And then we are going to talk about the camera next. Right, we're going to talk about the camera next. And that is where I will take you to the videos that we've done so far in the week. We are on the 50-minute mark, people. Shout out to you hanging in and hanging about. Man, these bots. Please, please, please. Any moderators that's in there, man, clear the bots out. Clear the bots out, man. Please. Need to improve the battery life. Okay. How's the face unlock? We talked about the face unlock before. Video stability is fabulous. No need for a gimbal. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I had to take that out. Yeah, the chewing gum is out, people. Apologies. Ben got all the detective tools. Boom, 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 boom. A spam alert. Yep, yep, yep. Let's go there. Let's go there. What's up, Ben and T? What's good, Mark Javier? 114 viewers, 116 viewers. Yes, shout out to you lot, man. What's a geek bench? Trenton, you're crazy, bro. You're so crazy. And that is true. That is true. Is why benchmarks don't matter. I like this. Sucks that the pro camera isn't in, the pros camera isn't included nor afford this. What? Sucks that the pros camera isn't included nor the 4K display. Okay. I must have missed something. DxO mark score. Okay, cool. We're gonna crack on with it. Cameras. Wait. Hold on a minute. So I'm gonna take you to the content on the channel. You can see what's good and see Wagwan, because that is over an hour worth of, just camera footage really being put out there consistently and chucked out, man. I'm kind of proud of the work rate that I've got a format that really covers as much ground as possible. We've done the Pixel 7 Pro versus the Galaxy S22 Ultra. We've also done the Pixel 7 Pro versus the Pixel 6 Pro, and we've done the Pixel 7 Pro versus the versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max. We've got the Xiaomi's in there that we're going to be testing as well. Here's where we are, and we've really put it down. And I would highly recommend, for the full comprehensive experience of how the camera has been when it comes to the Pixel 7 Pro as well as the S22 Ultra, or the iPhone in this case, right? Yeah, I highly recommend you take the time and you go watch that. And it's a very interesting take that we've seen right now. You're probably seeing a little preview on screen with the Pixel 7 Pro versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And I will say this, one of the things that's really impressed me with both devices is how much closer they are in terms of the camera performance. We know the differences. This has a dedicated periscope zoom. We're going to switch it from back. I'll let you guys watch that properly another time, which will go through the content recap for the week and stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me see what's good. Boom. All right, we've come back. So we know the differences, right? Dedicated zoom, and now we have an ultra wide that is 0.5 magnification instead of 0.7. And it does have autofocus, so it does have the macro mode. But one thing I'm really, really pleased to see is Google listened to my complaint last year. I did say that this Pixel 6 having the 8 megapixel selfie that was limited to 1080p 30 frames a second video was a mistake. They've got the same 10.8 megapixel sensor now. Both of them do 4K 60. Both of them have excellent stabilization. And both of them no longer have that annoying exposure pulsing when stabilizing and shooting on the front-facing camera and the rear-facing camera. It's the little things that they've really improved on, right? And I'm glad all the lenses at the back, 1, 2, 3, and here, all of them can shoot 4K 60 finally, right? But like I demonstrated in my camera comparison, the Pixel, where's my iPhone 14 Pro? Thank you, bro. iPhone 14 Pro. This is classed as the king of videos on a smartphone, and it's true to an extent, right? It is. But not even the almighty iPhone. The almighty iPhone that we all love and we rave about when it comes to video, which it deserves for how good it is, right? We're going to go to 4K 60, right? We're going to go here, 4K 60. Not even an almighty iPhone, when you start recording in 4K 60, allows you to switch to the other lenses. Oh, you want 0.5? Oh, yeah, sure. Oh no. But a Pixel, you can. The only smartphone that I know that when you're specifically recording in 4K 60 on all the rear cameras, you don't need to stop and start again and switch lenses. But with the Pixel, with the iPhone, you have to stop, press. Oh no. You're cropping in on the ultra wide just to zoom into 0.5. Oh no. How unfortunate. This is probably one of the most seamless video recording experience that you're going to get on a smartphone next to Samsung. And the only reason why I say next to Samsung are still the only one that allow you to flip to the selfie when you're recording from the back camera, but you still can't switch in 4K 60 to the other lenses unless you stop recording and start again. You can still pause and continue on the same clip, but this is really doing it well. I do wish to update it where you can flip to the selfie while recording on the rear cameras and switching. So in terms of how seamless the video recording experience is on Pixels, it's just such a huge improvement where I was even shocked and surprised how well they did it. As you can see, when you go to 4K 30, the speech enhancer pops up, right? Which is great to see. And you've got that on the selfie as well. In all the things that I'm really impressed about, 4K 60 on the selfie specifically with HDR performance, yes, it lacks a little bit of detail. It's probably one of the best I've seen on a smartphone right now. It's so on point. It makes the iPhone's one just look so trash. I'm not going to make this about the iPhone, but if you're shooting front-facing camera on the iPhone, don't shoot 4K 60. Just shoot 4K 30. 4K 60 on the back cameras on the iPhone, no issues. I don't know why till this day Apple still haven't fixed this, right? It's still a huge issue. But here, whew, some of the best front-facing 4K 60 I've seen on any smartphone. 4K 30 is good. And in general, you know, macro mode works really well. We're going to talk about the embargo stuff at the end. I'm going to save the juicy stuff to the end. And I'm glad that you've got the setting where you can, of course, go to settings right here. And you've got the auto macro mode that you can put. And it's, oh, where's the auto macro? It will say something. Why is the display gone all green? Hold on. Oh, I hope I haven't put night light on. Hold on. It's here somewhere. Selfie has shown auto macro. There we go. So auto macro, there was an option there where you can disable it, which is good to see. We love to see it. So you can obviously let it auto macro, or you can obviously leave it for it to do it, right? Where you can toggle it, which is exactly what we love. Minimum focus and distance from it is not too bad as well. This is a much bigger upgrade to the camera than I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting Google to improve the camera this much, in my opinion. But in all the things I would say, here is some of the shortfalls that I've seen that is not a deal breaker, but it's just there. And I think just like what I said last year with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro series, I think time just escaped them. I think they were able to improve it up to a certain point. Time escaped them. They chucked one more feature in and they kind of just left it and just, you know, I will explain when it comes to what happened with the software updates when we had the phones pre-embargo and why there was an embargo. The video quality in terms of noise, even in daylight, it's just way too much noise. There's way too much noise. And although it handles HDRs a lot better than the rear cameras, what it does come in compromise is just an overall more darker image that is way too contrast, and it produces way too much noise in the shadows, in my opinion. Obviously, the active mode in terms of stabilization is good, but again, it's still limited to just 1080p 30, no 4K, no 2.5 or 2.8K like what Apple does. Apple allows you to use it on the ultra wide, the wide, the zoom, and also it allows you to shoot at 24, 30, and 60 frames a second. Overall stabilization is very solid across the board when it comes to the iPhone, but the stabilization here, it's really, really, really good as well. Macro mode is good. The 50 megapixel sensor is good. The 2x zoom mode is hit and miss, and we're gonna go even deeper into that. The 5x zoom seems to lack a little bit more clarity compared to the 4x zoom as before, but you do get further reach, right? But one of the things that really thought it was a slight missed opportunity is the fact that cinematic mode only works on the rear camera. Doesn't even work on a selfie. 1080p only is one thing. Doesn't work on a selfie. When you look at the competition like Samsung and Apple, because they have a 3x zoom, which we're going to talk about as well, because I have a 3x zoom and you've got the main camera and you've got the selfie, you can shoot video portrait mode on all those lenses, right? Samsung's advantage is that although that they are only shooting in 1080p at the moment, which we hope the S23 series pushes up to 4K, default, they have the best edge detection in video portrait mode. Default. Samsung's algorithm when it comes to edge detection for photos and video, out of this world. And you do have at least the option to change how intense the blur is of the portrait in video before you start recording. You can't change it after you finish recording. This is where Apple wins it. Apple's default edge detection in video portrait mode, it's a bit too aggressive. I think you need to tone it down to f8 to have the best effect. But here's where Apple wins. You've got 1080p 30, 4K 24 frames a second, 4K 30 frames a second. And on top of that, bro, I don't think people realize how much of a powerhouse the processing is when it comes to video on iPhone. You can change the background blur after you finish recording in edit, as well as being able to change the background blur after you finish editing. Bro, you can change the position of where the blur happens after you finish recording. Sick. I honestly think, and I think my guy Z said it, I honestly think cinematic mode was just a last ditch effort that they just stuck it in there. I don't think they really gave themselves enough time to really understand how to work it, right? Portrait mode. Portrait mode doesn't detect in real time. With Google's portrait mode, I think I'm at a point where they really need to go back to basics and really need to get it done. They are not working with a single lens anymore. You've got multiple lenses. You've gone forward. You need to show us the background blur detecting in real time. There's times where you take a picture and you just have to hope it caught enough information to blur the background. And sometimes it will tell you it's portrait, it ain't detected no background blur, right? We need real-time HD, we need real-time background blur in photo, like what you get with Samsung and what you get with the iPhones. We don't get on Pixel. We kind of have to guess and hope that it catches on and it does what it needs to do. And on top of that, I'm sorry, like that 2x portrait mode, nah. No, no Google, no, no bueno. No software is going to fix this, right? And I know there's some people that said, oh, you know, Google shoots portrait mode in 5x. Yeah, it does, but it's not using a 5x zoom, people. It's cropping in on the main sensor. It's not using a 5x. I wish it was using a 5x. I wish it was using a 5x. It's not. It's crop city for days. That 1x is not 1x. That 1x is more like a 1.33x. Do you see the change in focal length and field of view? It's a heavy, heavy crop. Someone please get the bots out the way. Someone please clear the bots out the way. I beg, I beg, I beg. Matty, in the chat, please. Someone clear the bots out the way. The portrait 2x mode, it's still below par. What Apple are doing with the 2x portrait mode, yeah, has set a new standard of how you can do a very intellectual digital crop on the main sensor and emulate a hybrid to optical crop field of view around 52 to 50 millimeters and really gets it done, right? On top of it being done, if we then look at the fact that this does not have a 3x lens, what Apple do with 3x portrait mode and what Samsung finally, after updated it and allowed you to use the 3x lens, using portrait mode on the 3x zoom around that 70 to 77 millimeter for iPhones and Samsung, best way to have portrait mode. This doesn't have a 3x lens. So now portrait mode, when it comes to pictures, went from being one of the best experiences on a smartphone to, my opinion, not that great when it comes to the rear cameras. Now, the selfie cameras is still up there on top of real tone, exceptional HDR. Being able to take selfies at the 0.x ultra wide field of view next to the 1x and still do that in portrait mode, which not many phones allow you to. I'm looking at you, Apple, with your iPhone 14. Yeah, I'll be dead serious. This is one area that I really want Google to just get back to basics and go back to being class leading when it comes to portrait mode. It just ain't it. And I'm going to give my roundup thoughts on what Google need to do in terms of hardware to software, right? The Pixel 7 Pro needs to have a 0.5 ultra wide field of view. 1x is fine, around 28 to 44 millimeters when you're looking at a full frame equivalent field of view. Then they need to have a 3x lens. And I kid you not, having a 3x lens is so important on a smartphone. I didn't know how important having 3x was, but 3x is such a nice middle ground for everything, reach, and also things like portrait mode, right? This needs a 3x. And then what they need to do is push this to the right and make this a 6x periscope, right? The 2x mode on the main sensor, improve it especially for portrait mode. Then you've got the 3x up to 6x, which is a great middle ground. Then you've got the 6x instead of a 5x, up from the 4x, from the 6, 7, up. And that 6x is enough to get you to 50x zoom, 60x zoom. We don't need no more scumbaggy zoom past 50. We proved this with the Note 20 Ultra, that 50x maximum space zoom or digital zoom is enough. Introduce a zoom lock feature, just like what Samsung has done. Copy them. It works. It works in those extended zoom ranges, right? Put that there. Then give us video portrait mode on the 3x zoom, 1x zoom, and the selfie. But away from that, having magic eraser, having long exposure, action pan, having astrophotography mode, having manual toggle over the macro mode, which works really well, having 4K 60 across every lens, including the selfie, and being able to switch between them seamlessly, right? Having all these things there, I'm still impressed with the camera improvements overall, especially when it comes to photos, especially for people of my skin color and my skin persuasion. When it comes to photos and especially when it comes to selfies, boy, I like taking my selfies, yeah? The experience that you're going to get on a Pixel is second to none in terms of the consistency, accuracy, HDR, clarity, and detail. Away from that, as I'm giving that to you in this experience review live, right? I'm going to show you how on blur works. Let's do on blur. Okay, this is a picture that I downloaded. Random, I know. Hello, random, I know. Right, here's what we got right now. So you can see, this is how it works. It's about capturing a photo that was meant to be in focus, but either the person moved, shutter speed was just a bit too slow, or something was off. It's not about an out of focus being in focus, right? Within the range of this, all you need to do is press edit. It's going to show you suggestions. Now, on blurs come up as one of the suggestions, right? But if it's not there, you go to tools and it's right here next to magic eraser and obviously portrait blur. When you press on blur, right now it's exclusive just to the Tensor G2 based Pixel 7 Pro Google Photos app, right? And you can see it right there. Here. On blur is not even magic. Magic eraser is magic. This is damn well witchcraft, how good that is. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of a smart experience when it comes to the camera, Tensor G2, software, and all of the things in between, and just how damn well good Google have nailed it when it comes to that user experience. And just to remind you, in the UK, this Pixel 7 right here, yeah, is how much? 599 UK pounds. Getting lemongrass or snow, not the obsidian. And this is 849 pounds. Bro, this phone is £100 cheaper than the robbery edition that is the iPhone 14 Plus. Get out of here. Get out of here. You can't complain about everything else. You cannot complain about the price and the value of what you're getting with the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro, right? That's what we've got so far when it comes to the build quality, design, and durability, the display experience, which we've done accurate measurements for you to see, the performance, the camera, software, stable ASF. Android 13 really proved the Pixel 6, Pixel 6a, and the Pixel 6 Pro that out of the box, it really made a difference. That's what we've been getting right here. It has been a stable experience so far, which is good. Again, for the best Android breakdown, it's gonna be no other than my guy Damian Wild. I'm not gonna recommend anyone else for you to go watch your Android 13 breakdown. I couldn't do it justice enough for you here. Definitely go check out Damian Wild. This is a 23-minute in-depth video of all the features that is obviously done on there. Check out my guy Damian Wild on 9 to 5 Google when it comes to that, right? But all I will say is that Android 13 is stable. We do have the latest security patch. Auto rotate. So if we're gonna go to system and we'll go to update, as you can see, we do have the latest security patch right there, which is as of the 5th of October. All the latest updates have been tested. And we're going to talk about the headache that we went through when it came to it. Whew. Okay, let's do a quick interlude so I don't burn myself out too quickly. Pump a bit of water into my system. And we're going to go through the questions and see what's up. And yeah, hold on. Water? Bro, if you can pass me the water, please. Yeesh. We're getting in 1 hour, 10 minutes, people. Oakley doke. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. Anyone in the chat, anything's been popping off in the chat that I've missed, I've not seen? Okay, boom. Change from an iPhone, hammer time, size of the Pixel 7 is perfect. Definitely got to agree with that one. Hammer time, can't touch this. Get them hammers, boom. DxO mark, nope. How's the network quality of the data and the reception? It's been good. my being on the same network here, my reception on the Pixel 7 Pro has actually been better than my Fold 4, funny enough. Yeah. Snapchat on the Pixel 7 Pro, I don't really use Snapchat like that, people. So I'm not your guy for that. If someone says Snapchat one more time, yeah, honestly, I don't use Snapchat like that, people. So yeah, man, like Fresh in the house, Fresh been killing it, man, with the Apple Watch content, with the Ultra. I like that, people. Homie like Courtney in the house. What's good, bro? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Where the kids? Where the mods? Somebody think of children. What the hell? Hell yeah. Bots. Oh, please. Bots are being cleared as we speak. Matt, yes, please. Thank you. Zach in the house. What's good? What's good? What's good? Man's already skinned up as it is. Aside from the cameras, I'm just loving how smooth and fast it is. Seems smoother than a Fold 4. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Smoothness, yeah. On Android, nothing is touching the pixels. Nothing. Nothing. Happy to catch you live. Guess I'll watch from the beginning later. Shout out to the replay crew. I've been frustrated with how long Magic Eraser starts to takes to start. Can we skip to suggesting what to erase and make it 100% manual? I mean, Magic Eraser, man, is doing some stuff right there. Is it good enough to switch from the S22 Ultra? Yeah, in a lot of ways it is. I'd say the better question is it good enough to switch from the S22 Plus? I think that's a fairer question, right? S22 Plus is $999, 949 UK pounds. I think the better question is if you have an S22 Plus, is the Pixel 7 Pro good enough to switch? Yes. The Ultra is a bit more of a tough one. It is a bit more of a tough one. Boom. Okay, cool. We've got that in there. Let's go into the battery. So we're going to go into battery. Today's been a great one. Now, adaptive preferences, thank goodness, as the main phone that I've been pushing being the Pixel 7 Pro, I'm so glad the adaptive preferences have kicked in. For context, I got my device 12 p.m. on the 6th on the Thursday when the announcement was made. And I'll be very honest, there's a weird situation here that I've not tested here, that my main carrier network in the UK is EE, and then my business line is on Vodafone. I've got like 2 EE lines and a couple of Vodafone lines that I switch in between, right? This is my personal line. My business line is on Vodafone. My personal line is with EE. That was in here. Now, for some reason, currently on EE's network, usually when I do my battery testing, I test on 5G and then down to 4G LTE to stop it from searching up there. For some reason, it doesn't give me the option to change between 5G, 4G, and 3G on here. But when I put my Vodafone SIM card into the Pixel, it does give me the option to switch between that, right? I think we've got the Vodafone SIM that's in here, so we can have better context of that. So here we are, Vodafone. So if we go into the Pixel 7, you can see that when you go into network, you go to SIMs, right? You do have preferred network type right here, right? That's a very common thing, and then usually we'll just test it on 4G, so it uses less battery while still having decent speeds. When you're using EE, and this is more for my UK carriers, or maybe some of it's happening in different regions, you don't get that option. But when I pop the Vodafone SIM in here, as I showed you, it does work. There was one day where I was using a Pixel 7 Pro where I had to charge it 3 times. I'm being dead serious. Charged it full in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. 2 things that were draining the life out of the Pixel 7 Pro: WhatsApp phone calls, voice. Normal phone calls, voice. And the phone was notifying me like, yo, these apps are killing your battery quick. And I could see it drain. I'm not going to lie to you. I could see it hella drain. The Pixel 7 didn't really have that problem. The Pixel 7 had smooth sailing when it comes to battery. This, even when I was testing it in 1080p, 1440p, 120 hertz, and the fact that I couldn't actually switch it down to 4G because I was using EE, I wasn't getting good battery. Now here, obviously, if you go to digital well-being, you can go here and then you can see the screen time, right? If you go to different times yesterday, I had about 7 hours, just under 7 hours of screen on time, 4 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, right? And if we go to battery, which to me, Samsung reads battery best. Here you see the spike up here is when the phone is charging. So you can see that this is obviously from 7 to 9 in the morning. And then from 9 o'clock onwards off the charger, you can see the screen time right here and you can calculate it together. Screen 34 minutes. Then the next part is 1 hour 7 minutes. You have to manually kind of calculate it that way for you to actually get it, because you can't highlight all of them as one, if you get what I'm saying, and see it from there. But put it this way, from being off the charger from 9 o'clock for today, and right now it is literally just under 10 p.m., right? And we're on 24%. I'm so glad to say this, but yeah, I'm finally getting very, very good battery life in the Pixel 7 Pro. It was not the case when it came to the first week. And I say this. Do not judge these Pixel phones on the battery for the first week. Use it like crazy within the first week. I promise you, this adaptive preferences, especially when it comes to adaptive battery, it's not a gimmick. When it kicks in, it hella kicks in. And I'm enjoying the battery life on the Pixel 7 Pro with the 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Not done a charging test video yet, so watch out for that. But I've seen other people get around an hour and a half, which is good because it used to take 2 hours to charge to full. And the adaptive charging preferences was very aggressive on Google. So I'm going to test it. Watch out for that video. We're going to put that together. But so far, when it comes to battery life of the Pixel 7 Pro, is great. So we'll go to the Pixel 7 and we go to digital well-being. Digital well-being, we go here, we go back again. Not push this that as hard as this one when it comes to the Pixel 7 Pro. But yeah, Pixel 7 Pro battery life has been finally in a place where I'm very, very confident to highly recommend it and use it. We've gone through pretty much everything. What are some of the miscellaneous stuff? All right, guess what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about the whole shenanigans when it came to embargo. Story time, people. Story time, people. Story time, people. Firstly, I want to say I am super grateful to be in this position where I'm getting early access to these devices, right? I don't take it lightly. I don't come across like I'm more than who I am or I'm entitled above the next person. I'm super grateful to the point where I deal with a lot more imposter syndrome of feeling like, really, should I be in this position to be having this type of access to all the Samsung devices, all the Google devices this early? And you know, the support that I've recently been getting with Xiaomi from what you've been seeing with the content. Another agency reached out that's going to be sending more products that we're going to be able to see and diversify from Nokia, HMD. So many different things are coming where I just feel so much more motivated that every time the imposter syndrome kicks in and I want to give up, I keep getting motivated to keep going on. So every feedback I'm given on this is from a place of I just want things to be better so we can showcase these products fairly and accurately, above all, right? The embargo for the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro has been the most stressful I've experienced. Right? And give us a minute, guys. Hold on. Apologies. If we felt last year's approach to what Google did with the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro was a bit sketchy when it came to the embargo, boy, it doesn't even come close to this year. I'm going to just put some things out there, right? Again, grateful to have got the devices early. We signed an embargo where we couldn't post any reviews until, for us in UK, 6 p.m. UK time, 12th of October, Wednesday. We got the devices on the 6th of October, Thursday. The announcement was around 3 p.m. The embargo lifted. Well, it was around that time where we could post images of the product, no videos, right? Cool. Here was where the suspicion was coming through. The reason why there was a 5-day embargo is the software was not on the latest software, right? The phone was on the September 5th security patch of Android 13. And you think that would have been enough, but it wasn't. The ultra-wide camera was showing up with a 0.6 magnification field of view, not 0.5, 0.6. Photo on blur wasn't there. Macro mode as a toggle wasn't there. It was, macro mode was the most sporadic experience. It would just hunt in and out and you had no control over that. If you thought when Apple first introduced it with the iPhone 13 Pro was a problem, this one was bad. This one was terrible. And one major feature that wasn't there, no cinematic mode. Cinematic mode was not there. And on top of that, the new camera UI, just to demonstrate to you, where you've got all the haptic feedback and the hard stops that you get for the zoom, right, wasn't there. And that zoom window that pops up also wasn't there. Take it from me, there was a lot missing, and that got me worried. That got me worried because there was no communication of what was going on. So we were just like sitting ducks, right? Friday, we couldn't do nothing. Thursday, we couldn't do nothing. Saturday, we couldn't do nothing. I sent an email to the PR team. They got back to me and they said, hey, send us your IMEI numbers. We're going to push that update. Saturday, nothing. Sunday, nothing. Now, deadline for embargo is Wednesday, 6 p.m. We're waiting. First thing in the morning, 10 o'clock, I emailed them that, look, guys, to push a review, we need a bit of time, right? We need these updates to be pushed, right? 1 p.m. Monday, October patch came through. And for people that have the Pixel 7, the October patch was around 72, 73 megabytes. That pushed up to October. Then the first camera update came, which was around 320 megabytes. And what did it do? It introduced the new Zoom UI with the hardware haptic stops that can go all up to 30x. Great. And it could go and stop at 10, 15, 20, 30x more accurately than what we had with the Pixel 6. Then what happened? Cinematic mode was active, right? Only to find out the cinematic mode was 1080p 24 frames a second only, and only worked on the main sensor. You couldn't do it on the selfie. And of course, it doesn't have a 3x zoom mode. You couldn't do nothing with it. But guess what? The ultra wide was still saying 0.6x. That's throughout the whole day on Monday, right? But the benefit of the fact was the fact that macro mode was active, the zoom window was active. And what was good is that the auto macro toggle was also there. So you could turn it off so it didn't auto change the macro, and the macro flower popped up. I don't like the position of the macro flower being on the screen. It should be on the side next to the zoom switch buttons. But again, I digress. You could manually toggle it yourself and it would notify you. So great, we're in a good place right now. So we're thinking, right, we're in a good place. We're going to a good place. 2 a.m. the next day, early hours of the morning. We were up late because of a bit of Twitter beef that was happening, but obviously the history's there. You can go check that yourself. A 120 megabyte camera update pops up for both Pixel 7 Pro and Pixel 7. Mind you, 2 a.m. the next day is what day? Tuesday. We are now in the penultimate day before deadline, which is Wednesday, 6 p.m. What did I notice? I noticed all of a sudden, the ultra wide can now go from 0.6 to 0.5. What? All from a camera update. Again, no communication. So now we have all the updates there. We then have the October update. Now we can give it a fair shot when it comes to the camera comparison, right? And that's exactly what happened. Had to do an all-nighter for about 5 a.m. in the morning to do all the night shots for the S22 Ultra versus the Pixel 7 Pro camera comparison. Wake up at 9 o'clock. Make sure that we do the daytime shots for the the iPhone for the Pixel 7 Pro versus the S22 Ultra. When I say I hate editing, but I think I'm proficient enough to do high quality edits very fast and very well. I've never edited that fast in my life. On top of that, imagine exporting a 20-minute detailed camera comparison that ends up being a 5-minute, so that ends up being a 7 gig file in 4K 60 to upload. Listen, it went down to the wire to make sure that that video went out on time. And even then, it was 5 minutes after 6. Going back to the whole embargo situation, do you know what my biggest problem was? We were told we were not allowed to put any videos out. We were only allowed to put still images of the device with no explanation. And then we find out that there's a special group of people in New York that have a different software. Hear this, those people that went to the New York event that you saw with their hands-on videos, they had devices already. They were strictly told, yeah, they couldn't use those devices. They could only use the ones that were on display because the ones that were on display had the finished software. They were only allowed to record the on-display stuff that was tethered because that had the finished software. And my problem with that is, why were we not given the same treatment? Why were we not given a hands-on event where we could go to showcase the finished software? So then this is what happened. Last year with the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, it's a bit of story time, people, to wrap it up, right? Last year with the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, what happened? We had the benefit of the doubt where the announcement of the phone, yeah, was on the 19th of October. We got the phones on the 14th of October. We had 5 days. Now, what they said is that you can do videos, but you can only show the home screen. A bit weird. But honestly, the software was finished enough for us to show videos of everything, in my personal opinion. So I didn't get why they did that, but at least it gave us a chance to do an unboxing. It gave us a chance to do detailed impressions individually for the devices, and also live stream about the devices, compare the devices in an impressions form, do a Q&A. I was able to do at least 7 videos, including 2 live streams before the Pixel 6 Pro versus the S21 Ultra camera comparison went live, right? Basically, this time, we just couldn't do anything. We were just cut short, which is a disservice to you as our audience. But the biggest problem is it makes the phones feel very sus that they're incomplete. Now, don't get me wrong. I judge them based on the state that they are now because they got that sorted on the Monday before the Wednesday. But the stress of not knowing when these software updates are going to be coming, which ones are coming, what's going to be active, what's not active, why it's not active, what needs to be active. Seriously, there's worse things to complain about. I would still rather have this problem to deal with as my job, my passion and my hobby than anything. But I kid you not, most stressful embargo and product launch that I've experienced in ages. And it's a shame because it takes away from, in my opinion, the phones of the year, especially when it comes to this bad boy right here, the Pixel 7. So that's my only thoughts. That's my only thoughts I can really give. I can't really share anything else apart from that. Any other bugs that I experienced were before these updates came. They've all been squashed. The phones have been great. And my phone of the year is going to be Pixel 7 so far. But when it comes to what the Pixel 7 Pro has to offer, it really sets the status quo and really makes us question what a Pro phone should, one, be and cost. So yeah, I'm putting it out there, man. And that is pretty much a wrap. That's your hands-on live review of the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro 2 damn well weeks later. The bro like Tanner so lit. Oh my days. Oh no, I couldn't imagine that. Good Lord. What up, Ben? What's good? Thank you so much for the direct $5 super chat donation. Tanner, man, the bro them. If I'm ever down your side in Chi-Town, yeah, I want a fresh fade, a nice skin fade, level 1 skin fade, beard trimmed up, bro. You're the one that's gonna pattern me up for that, man. I appreciate you coming through. Thank you so much for coming. Really, really appreciate that. We've just hit the hour-and-a-half mark. Of course, it's a special live stream, so we stretch it and we go as far as we do. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We'll go back up in a moment. Buy the Pixel 7. An unpopular opinion, I think if you've got a Pixel 6, it's worth the 1-year upgrade. I promise you. I actually think the 1-year upgrade from the Pixel 6 to the Pixel 7, unpopular opinion, is worth it. The price didn't go up. Compare it to the iPhone 14. How much you have to pay for an iPhone 14 in the UK? £850. You have to pay £250 more for an iPhone 14 in the UK. Even the S22 is £770. You have to pay £170 more for an S22. Bro, you ain't getting a better phone for this price than the Pixel 7. 4K 60 on all the lenses, Tensor G2, with all the benefits that you're getting. Come on, phone of the year. Phone of the year. Pixel 7, phone of the year. Buy it all day. All day. No questions asked. All day. It's been one hell of a ride, and I still got more content to bring out for you, man. Call it the Pixel month for October, spilling into November. I'm going to be doing lots of stretch content when it comes to the Pixel 7 Pro. All right. I'll save the Pixel Watch for another time. Quick conclusion. Very, very comfortable. Not that feature-packed. Battery life is not that great. And it's just doing too much when it comes to the heart rate sensor. Right, my heart rate is 102. Boy, I'm hella excited, boy. Sheesh. That's as much action as I get. Trust me. Whew. Yep, that's a wrap, people. That is a wrap for your live hands-on experience. That's your live hands-on experience. Wow, you lot have gone in on the chat. All right, Q&A time. Fire the questions that you have right now before we wrap it up. And we are pretty much done with that when it comes to what we do. Can the on-blur a smudge type blur, you know, where it looks like the face is smudged across the picture? Well, that's a good question, bro. I've not tried it to that extent. If I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Lifespan bottle water. Yep. All right, we've got a super chat that just flew in. So we've got Kingdom Within for your hard work. $10 super chat. Bro, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It is a lot of hard work, but it's work that I would not give up doing. So I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to put my foot down and just do what I need to do. And thank you for the direct donation to the channel as well. Wrapping it up, we're just going through the questions and then we're pretty much going to be wrapping up and done. All right, so I'm happy they sorted. This is from the Bro Film by Fresh. Go subscribe to him. He's putting out great content at the minute, man. As always he does, but now he's coming up. I'm happy that they sorted out the bugs by launch because it would have sucked. Yeah, absolutely. With the rollout of the Pixel 6 Pro. Yeah, bugs is stable with all the latest updates. If you've got the 5th of October security patch, you're good. You're not going to have a problem. You're not going to have a problem. You're not going to have a problem at all. All right. Where we go? If we go up the top. Are you watching World Cup? Yeah, of course I'll watch World Cup. Worth the upgrade from the Pixel 6 Pro to the Pixel 7 Pro? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. What's the one thing will make you choose the Pixel 7 Pro over the 7? I mean, the Pixel 7 Pro is the better phone. It is. I mean, I would choose that, but actually, the Pixel 7 is the one for me. Lower brightness in dim rooms is fine because Android does have the extra dim toggle. So if you go all the way down to the lower brightness and it's not dim enough for you, enable the extra dim toggle. It's a feature that has been part of the Android 12 rollout from before. Yeah, the Pixel 7 Pro is getting all the light, but I'm going to be reviewing properly the Pixel 7. But this is where I wanted to showcase it right here as well. Absolutely, the features called adaptive battery. Yep, adaptive battery really kicked in well. Okay, Pixel 7 only gets about 30 minutes more battery life than the Pixel 7 from seen in tests. Look, those tests, every battery drain test, take with at least 70 to 80% grain of what you're seeing. There's no SIM cards in there. You're not out and about. The display's not fluctuating between maximum mid to low brightness. There's so many different factors, right? So 20% to 30% of that take that for not being outside and how much that affects your battery life, right? Just take it for that. Respect to everyone that does it. All right, Fold 3, Z Fold 4, yeah. Embargo seemed to be strict around that time. Google's really the only one that does it strict like that. Trust me, no one else does. They need to get better with it. They do need to get better with it. Have you seen much of Camp Pixel? Jealous. I wish we were doing that in the UK, but it's not here. So shout out to the guys in Team Pixel USA that are enjoying that. We don't need no stress, brother. I had to reach out to Team Pixel because I still haven't gotten the package though. Bro, I need you on Team Pixel, man. You have actually been like a veteran Team Pixel guy. Like, I still hold your Pixel 2 XL review as still some of the best I've seen on YouTube, where between me and you, Fresh, I'll go back to that, you know. That's like old Verizon Fresh. You get me? You see me? Love for all the support tonight, man. It's been fantastic. It's been fantastic, and it's good to have the Tech and Chill show back in the business, and of course, doing a special live edition here. Not gonna lie, the scratch looks tiny, I'm afraid. Yeah. Is it more of a Fitbit than a Pixel Watch? I'll be honest, I'm just not a watch guy. Like, I'm just not. I'm not. I'm gonna spin my reviews for these smartwatches from a non-watch person's review. I'm not a watch person, guys. I'm sorry, but I will review it for you. I just want to save tonight for smartphones, but it's more of a Fitbit, accurate battery, accurate heart tracking that is on all the time. The battery life, though, yeah, not that great. All right, we're wrapping it up. Ooh, well, photos aren't sharp. Okay. All right, cool, no problem. So, quick recap for the content that we've produced so far for Lover of Tech Media. I'm going to switch to the Chrome tab. Let's go to make sure that we're there. Bringing enthusiasm to tech, that is the motto. Apologies, people. The first week of October, from the 3rd on the Monday, I had a severe cold and I thought it was COVID, but I daily tested and I was in the clear. I was popping a lot of Lemsip and Panadol and Anadol and Clanadol and all the dolls and just letting it do its job, and I was just getting knocked the hell out. So Sundays where I had enough strength to really put my foot down, and I decided to put this video out there. Wow. YouTube's a weird game. This hot take video that I said with the Pixel 7 being phone of the year, I think you guys really loved it. I love the response from it. I really appreciate the support on this one. Really gathered the momentum of people coming in knowing that, look, hey, I've got the devices, I can't say much, but I'm gonna give my takes on it and tell you why I think these phones are gonna be the phone of the year. And I think so far, based on my testing, yeah. And I had a bit of fun with this one. Like, you know, the idea came in my head. I did a bit of a Drake meme switcheroo of buy the Pixel 7 Pro instead of the Pixel 7, buy the Pixel 7 instead of the Pixel 7 Pro, and I kind of coined and flipped them 2 short take videos. And I always say, if you ever want to do a video like that, never do it as one video, split them up as 2 videos. It's a lot more fun. People jump over, and it's fun. It's fun. I gave 2 reasons why, opposites, based on why you should get the Pro and not get the Pro. And people seem to have responded more to the Pixel 7 Pro, get the Pixel 7 instead of the Pro one, which, hey, I think that's the one that I'm happy more people saw, because I think more people should be getting the Pixel 7 in my opinion. So we pumped that out. It was a double upload on one day. Tuesday was a bit of a sketchy day. Didn't get to do it. So we did it all. So Monday was a bit of a sketchy day. We didn't get to do it. Did the double update on Tuesday. And obviously the first review to be lifted, which we're getting great response on there, is obviously what we're seeing with the Pixel 7 Pro versus the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Detailed camera comparison. Definitely go watch that. Chapters and everything is all there. Then, of course, we had the Pixel 6 Pro pretty much the day after. So again, seeing if the 1 year difference in camera improvements is there. Again, go watch it, all detailed, worth the watch, 80 minutes. And then obviously the latest one, what we had here was with the iPhone 14 Pro Max here. Again, definitely go watch it detailed, 17 minutes, worth the watch, go into detail. And especially for my people of my skin persuasion, I would like to think I'm pretty much the only one out there that's really putting camera comparisons out there for people like us, that look like us, that really go through photos and videos. And yeah, definitely go watch it and see how that's like as well. And then, of course, man, shout out to Xiaomi. They sent me the 12T Pro and the 12T. Did a bit of a different type of unboxing, and I think you guys have really responded to it well. You know, so definitely go watch it. And yeah, I'll be putting out a camera comparison and the charging test video, because these are still some of the only phones that give you chargers in the box, 120 watts out the box for both the 12T and the 12T Pro. We're going to be putting out there and putting it to the test, and also showing the camera. And as you've seen, I've done a little bit of a preview where you can see what's happening with the camera, and you be the judge, no commentary. You can see between the 12T Pro and the 7T Pro and the Pixel 7 Pro front-facing camera, back-facing camera, photos and videos for daylight. Just a small little preview right there. And we did that for today's video, which just went live. And that was the 7T Pro and the 7T, the 12T versus the Pixel 7. Same thing again, pretty much putting it out there that you can see in terms of, it was a really nice day. So you can pretty much judge for yourself the initial preview of the front-facing camera and the rear-facing camera when we're looking at the Xiaomi on the left, 12T, versus the Pixel 7 on the right. So watch out for that camera comparison coming too. The camera comparisons that we're going to be putting out when it comes to the Pixel 7 is going to be the S22, Pixel 6, and the Xiaomi 12T. So we've got lots putting out there. Charging tests, then we're going to go into general comparisons, full long-term reviews, and yeah, we're going to pretty much wrap it up when it comes to the content there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and today's live stream as well. So we are cooking. We are cooking. And of course, we've got the short. Shout out to YouTube for separating videos, shorts, and live all separately. Love to see it. And obviously, today's live is what we've got live and active here right now. We go to channels. We go over to Sam Mobile. Shout out to Lover of Cars. We've got the artwork done. That's coming very soon. And of course, we are just about to hit 125,000 subscribers on Sam Mobile. And of course, you've seen all the One UI beta. Oh, I think the beta 3 video is the highest video I've done in terms of, okay, 264K views. Definitely. Hold on, let me see. Oh, it's right behind the One UI 4.1 video. Actually, this is more impressive because it's actually double the length. That one's 4 minutes, that one's 8 minutes. All right, so shout out to everyone that's been helping with the One UI beta 3 video, man. It's been popping. Beta 4, the official OTA is going to be out. Samsung did announce One UI 5 at their SDC Samsung Developer Conference in San Francisco this year. So watch out for the full One UI 5 with Android 13 official OTA breakdown for Sam Mobile. That's going to be your home for all things One UI related. I did a Lockstar versus the One UI 5 Beta 3 because a lot of people were saying Samsung copied iOS, but really a lot of it was from Lockstar. But I do understand, based on just how well Apple markets things, it did look like Samsung were copying Apple when it comes to the lock screen customizations as well. So yeah, wow, we've been cooking, people. We've been cooking. We're gonna come back to it and pretty much see what's up in the chat, and that is it. That's it, man. That's it. That is it. Wow, what a good one. What a very, very good one. Let me drink up a little bit, check the chat if there's anything relevant. If not, we're closing shop. Wee. Okay. Let's see. All right, what's good? 84 concurrent viewers. Yes, I appreciate it. We're pretty much wrapping up. We're over 100, past 114 at one point. Ever so grateful. Basically, got the Pixel 7 Pro free with the Pixel Watch. Yep, worth it, absolutely worth it. iPhone 14 Pro, or I mean, I'm gonna say Pixel 7 Pro over the iPhone 14 Pro personally. Same. Again, iPhone's Pro Cinematic Mode looks so damn good. There's no company. Yep, there's no company for the fact that although the default edge detection is a bit too intense at f4.5 and f2.8, turning it down to f8 is great. It works on a 3x zoom. It works on a 1x. It works on a selfie. It's the only one that works in 4K at 24, 30 frames a second. And you can change the blur before you start recording and after you start recording. Like, bro, like, I can't tell you how Apple are just in a cheat code when it comes to video. Their action mode is better than everyone else's, and it doesn't just work on an ultra wide. Like, let's not begin. Go watch the camera comparisons. You know what I'm talking about. Bum. Saw the meme on Twitter. Such a good one. Cause damn right. The more you find out. All right, cool. Butchering them skin tones. Yep. The iPhone cooks your skin tone for sure. The Pixel 7 Pro Portrait is looking clean only for the selfie. For the rear cameras, they need to go back to the drawing board and really improve that, especially in the 2x mode. And they need to put a 3x lens on their phone so you can do 3x portrait mode. Bam, 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 bam. But SEC earlier expected this year? Absolutely. All right. People, thank you so much. Can't thank you enough. Thank you for riding out. We are pretty much close to the 2-hour mark, and this is a special edition of the Tech and Chill Show Unplugged. Your normal Tech and Chill show is usually Monday night, pretty much at the same time, for 1 hour where we recap the latest news in the world of tech. But when we do these live ones, hey, we can go as long as 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes even 4. But we try and keep it as concise as possible. Shout out to the replay crew. This is going to be live and replayed back in crispy 4K UHD. We're going to put chapters in there as well. That's pretty much it being for me. If you enjoy live hands-on reviews like this, then make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. Of course, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.